All right, so this is the beginning of a video that I've really been dreading making. We bought this 2024 Honda Passport, and I gotta tell you guys, there's something I absolutely hate about it.
Not really sure where he's going with this.
I hate that I have to already change something that should have been done right at the factory. I don't understand. The headlights for the 2024 Honda Passport apparently come maladjusted. They're pointing too high. And so when we get home today, I'm going to adjust the headlights to be a more reasonable height. At first, I thought, wow, these headlights are shining so far out and they're, just very nice. But then we got flashed 4 times on our first night drive heading back from Aiken, South Carolina. And I thought to myself, maybe they are shining too high. So I did some research. Apparently it's a very common thing for Honda Passport lights to be shining too high. All right, so I got it zoomed out here. Pay attention to the street signs ahead. I don't know if you can catch it, but it hops up and down, especially in the distance. It hops up and down and catches the street light. You see that, honey?
Yeah.
You see in the distance? So that motion of catching that street light is flashing the people. Like if you were oncoming traffic, even still, that street sign, I'm trying to say sign, that street sign is catching it. So you can see it really hopping up and down because it has a good cutoff line, and that motion causes us to get flashed by people. So I don't know exactly if it's truly adjusted wrong, but I do know that I'm gonna adjust it down a little bit because I don't need to see that far ahead. So we'll make a change here, but as you can see, I'm not complaining about how bright they are because the lights are very bright. And these are just the low beams. In the future, we're gonna look to replace the high beams with LED high beams because that's one of the strange things about this year is they have halogen high beams. Yep. So they are brighter and they go farther, but they're yellow.
I like the yellow.
Well, you can be an old school fart. I like the white.
Fart.
I like the white. But either way, I want the high beams to be even brighter. So here we have the cutoff line. I've got my floodlight on, so it kind of spoils it a little bit, but it is interesting. There definitely is still a bit of, I don't know what you call it, splash light there, but got a very good strong cutoff. And if I go down low, and I guess over, trying to see them, but all right, let's see if we can adjust these down a little bit, and we'll go for a test drive. All right, so I haven't looked up how to adjust them, but you can see up and down. And then if you look down this hole, it goes into this slot right here. And it kind of has some teeth, and it looks like you can adjust this bolt up and down here, maybe with like a screwdriver. To me, that's what it looks like. All right, interestingly, this is not really a short screwdriver, but when I stick it in this hole, it doesn't even come close to making it down to that adjustment. So I don't know what the heck, what kind of misleading little sign this is here, but we got to find a wrench that's going to fit on there. We'll have to adjust the other side. All right, so it's definitely an 8mm socket. Let's see what happens when we adjust this thing down. So you probably can't tell, but I adjusted the right side down, I don't know, maybe just 2 inches. We're gonna adjust the left side down 2 inches as well, but getting to it's gonna be much harder. All right, I'm gonna adjust it just a little lower than I did previously now that I'm in here. Have it all apart. It's just this little piece right here. I'm still pretty sure that the right size screwdriver probably could get you in here, doing this a little bit more easily. I'm gonna lower the other side just a little bit. All right, so we got it adjusted a good bit lower. I'd say maybe 2-3 inches lower than it was. Now I've got to put the cover all back on, and we'll take it for a test drive. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if this made any difference, adjusting it down 2 to 3 inches. In my opinion, that makes a big difference because I can see when I bounce down, my cutoff line is much farther in front of me, and yet at the normal distance, I can still see all the distance that I need to. In some ways, I have more light now because the brightness is focused more in the range I need to see and less so on the far off distance. And if I load up the back of the Passport, I have a little bit more latitude to not be blinding people so badly if the back end squats a little bit, if I'm towing the boat or, you know, loaded down for a trip. So I think that this is a very logical adjustment that probably a lot of Passport owners need to make. And, you know, it's not too hard to adjust as needed as well, but I can tell that this is going to make a really big difference. We'll get a lot less people flashing us on the road. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you would, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, and give me a comment if you think that your headlight beams were a little bit too high from the factory as well. I think that many Hondas are probably aimed a little too high. Anyways, we'll catch you guys on the next repair and the next adventure. Aaron out.